Hello everybody, welcome to a new video where I will be ranking all of the Tower Blitz towers that I have on this tier list. So, we have a S, A, B, C, and D tier. Now, keep in mind, all the towers are good in their own way, except the last one. Um, and there is no other opinion. This is the only right opinion. All the other tier lists are wrong. So, if you disagree, go ahead, but just know that you're wrong. Okay? That's good. So, let's start off with the worst tower of the game. I will be giving that role to Trapper. No, that's the holy there, Trapper. All the way down here. It's a shit tower, does not deserve to exist. It just goes all the way down there. Like, the point of the tower, it says, is to like defend in the back of the path, which is like useless because just get a better tower to defend in the front, then you won't need it. Simple as that. And it doesn't detect flying. So after that we have, well, we're already moving up to C tier, which is the Slinger. Slinger goes about here. Now, Slinger is of course the starter tower, so it's not that bad for a starter tower. It's actually decently good for a starter tower, except when you get into the game further, it's just you don't need it anymore. So next tower, Crossbower. Crossbower goes above the Slinger since, well, it's better mostly, and yeah, it's also pretty good for its top half piercing, but that's about it. So we'll move on to our next tower, which is, out of these, was pretty hard to decide, but I have decided to go with the Tech Blade. We'll put Tech Blade right about there. Now, Tech Blade is of course free from level 10, and well, it's an overall okay tower, I guess. Like, max level, yeah, damage increase is pretty okay, I guess, but still not that good. So let's move on to high C tier, which is just the Gunslinger. Now, the Gunslinger goes just in the C tier because it's still pretty good, but it's not that good, like, it's okay, but especially the Mercenary is probably the best part of it, or the explosion damage on bottom path. Now, moving on to B tier. Well, in the beginning of B tier, probably controversial, but it's the Elite, in my opinion. The Elite is, well, it's only good for one thing and one thing only, and that is shields. Anything else, it's completely garbage. If you use the Elite for anything else but shield damage, or maybe flying detection, or the ability, but that's it. Nothing else. It's completely useless otherwise. Now, very controversial pick, but above the Elite, I actually have the Freezer. Now, the Freezer is a bit better than the Elite in my opinion, since, well, the Freezer freezes enemies, and that is pretty cool. So that's the entire reason why it belongs above the Elite. There's completely no other reason. So, with that being said, let's move up to A tier. Now, at the bottom of A tier, I'm gonna have to put the Sharpshooter. Now, the Sharpshooter is a very good tower, and has, through the duration of the most of the game, it has been extremely good, but, well, sometimes got nerfed, but now it's here. Still pretty good tower on A tier. Then we have the Sniper. So it's a very hard pick between the Sharpshooter and the Sniper, but I've decided to put the Sniper over the Sharpshooter because it's just all the damage. Yeah, the damage is good. Simple as that. Oh wait, I'm forgetting something. Okay, so basically, forget everything I said about the sharpshooter and the sniper. They actually go a bit higher because I forgot the demolitionist. The demolitionist is also good, but not that good. So demolitionist goes under the sharpshooter and sniper. So next tower we have the mechanic in top A tier almost. Now mechanic is a very good tower, of course, especially if the Teslas on bottom path, and maybe it would be a hell of a lot better if the shield bubble thing actually worked. But that's beside the point. It's a good tower. We'll keep it at that. Then we of course have the one and only Vulcan. Vulcan goes even higher than the mechanic, almost an S tier, but not quite. It's overall a very good tower, but it's good in almost everything except flying detection. But it's a good tower nonetheless. Now, above the Vulcan, I'm gonna put the light beamer in S tier. Now, the light beamer is, well, it has been nerfed multiple times pretty hard, but it is still a good tower for the explosions on bottom path. And the piercing on top path is also very good. But yeah, that's about it about the light beamer. And I just want to say, before we continue on to the next, like, 6 towers, before we continue on to those, I just want to say, if you're so far into the video, you've been enjoying my ranking, please like and subscribe. Just for me, of course, just please. Now, let's continue on with the ranking. On the second tower of S tier, we have the Surveyor. No, Businessman. We'll put Businessman right there. And Businessman is overall a good tower, but yeah, it reduces the ability of Recon bases and stuff. It's also, yeah, the damage it does on top path is also very good. Don't use bottom path, it's basically useless. And, well, it's good. It also gives money every wave. It's just overall it's a very good tower. Above that we have the Surveyor. Now the Surveyor is like the newest tower in the game, so, but it's good. Like it's good. Surveyor is a good tower because of the Raider drone damage boost. On bottom path it does a lot of damage, which just makes it overall good. And above the Surveyor I'll put the Market. The Market is also a very good tower. I think it outshines the Businessman by just a bit, so Market goes there. Then I will have to put on third place out of these three is Bugler. Goes this high because it's required to be expert mode. At least one person needs to use some Buckler abilities to beat expert mode. And yeah, it's just required to beat expert mode. You can't beat expert mode without it. And well, Buckler is overall just a very good support tower. Now, on second place out of all the towers in the game, Electrizer. Electrizer is a very good tower. A lot of damage. There are like a lot of towers that do. Electrizer just does a ton of damage. Get that? It just does. But there is one tower that is better than the Electrizer, and that title I'm gonna have to give to the one and only Recon Base. The Recon Base is the best tower in the game because of the damage, the early game damage the operatives do. It's very good, and you will even have the ghouls, the 70 health per one, also very good. And we have bottom path with the private squad. Private squad does very good damage. Sadly, no flying detection yet. But if we go on to Fireteam Solon, we do have flying detection and a lot of damage. So overall, it's just good. And then we also have top half, where it gets a missile truck and a tank. And we even have the level 5 upgrades. Fair enough, they do take a lot of grinding, but they're very good. They're extremely good, the level 5 upgrades. So Kraken base goes up there because of Alien Warfare at the Bliss of Finality. Oh yeah, by the way guys, before I leave, I just have to say quickly, don't use the trapper. Don't use the trapper. Don't use trapper. Trappers suck.